A loading dock can be a very busy place. It's one area where trucks, trailers, workers, and materials handling equipment all come together, loading and unloading, lifting and carrying, positioning and stacking. A loading dock full of hustle and bustle is a sign of a healthy business, but all that activity can also be dangerous. In this program, we will discuss the hazards that you can encounter while working on a loading dock and what you can do to avoid them. The loading and unloading operations that are performed on a loading dock often need to be done quickly and often in very tight spaces. Conditions like these tend to increase the hazards that employees are exposed to. So it isn't surprising that thousands of injuries occur on loading docks every year. But there are procedures we can all follow to help us stay safe when we're on a dock. First, before you head out to work on a loading dock, you need to make sure that you are wearing the appropriate personal protective equipment. At the very least, you should have sturdy work boots with non-slip soles and steel toes to protect you from falls and dropped objects, and gloves to guard your hands against abrasive or splintery surfaces. A hard hat or bump cap can also be important to protect your head from falling objects or bumping it in tight spaces. In some situations, you may need to wear eye protection, a dust mask, cold weather gear, or other PPE as well. All loading docks include a raised platform that gives access to trucks, trailers, and other transport for convenient loading and unloading. Not only do these platforms tend to be crowded, but because they are off the ground, they also have a built-in falling hazard. So once you get out on a dock, remember to think safety first. Walk, don't run, and watch where you're going. Stay alert for any materials handling equipment that may be operating nearby. The drivers of forklifts and pallet trucks may not always see you, so it's important to keep well clear of them. Don't let moving equipment pin you against a wall or a fixed object like a bollard, or push you off the edge of the dock. Remember, these machines can turn very sharply, and when they do, their back ends swing out wide. So keep your distance so they don't hit you. Watch out for their forks as well. Because they can travel close to the ground, they can sometimes be hard to see. Stay out of trucks and trailers when they are being loaded or unloaded by powered equipment. And never work, stand, or walk under a raised load. Whenever you use equipment such as a dolly, pallet jack, or forklift, proceed slowly and use caution. Watch out for other people and give them the right of way. Don't stack materials so high that you have trouble seeing where you're going. Make sure the load is stable and secure so it won't fall off, get damaged, or hurt somebody. Never ride a manual pallet jack like a scooter or try to hitch a ride on powered equipment. When a truck pulls into your loading dock, remember that the cargo inside may have shifted while in transit. Stand back from the doors when they are first opened so you don't get hit if something comes tumbling out. When loading and unloading, people often hurt their backs because they do their lifts incorrectly or try to lift something that's too heavy. So you should always follow safe lifting procedures. Lower yourself by bending at the knees. Keep your back straight. Then lift the load gradually with your leg muscles. Don't try to lift heavy or awkward loads by yourself. Ask a coworker to give you a hand or use a dolly or hand cart. Slips, trips, and falls are involved in many of the accidents that occur on a loading dock. But you can avoid these hazards by following a few safe work practices. Good housekeeping can help. Whether the dock you're working on is inside or outside, you should keep an eye on the weather. Be prepared to clear away any rainwater, snow, or ice that accumulates or finds its way inside. Liquid spills and buildups of grease and grime can create slip hazards on a dock too. Make sure these substances are cleaned off all surfaces as soon as possible. The same goes for any clutter that could get underfoot. Don't leave containers, empty pallets, or tools lying around. Put them away where they belong. You need to pick up discarded packaging materials, trash and debris, and dispose of it properly too. Slip and trip hazards can also be created by wear or damage to a loading dock surface. If you see holes, cracks, loose flooring, or similar problems, report them to your supervisor immediately so they can be repaired. The surfaces of most loading docks are elevated from 44 to 48 inches off the ground. So whether you're working outside on an open dock or inside on a flush or enclosed dock, this creates a significant fall hazard. Always stay away from the edge of a dock and watch where you're going. Flush docks can be especially hazardous since the doors are at the very edge of the dock. To prevent accidents, doors should be kept shut when the dock is not in use. If the doors need to be opened to improve ventilation, barriers should be installed to prevent falls. If the vertical drop from any type of dock measures more than 48 inches, OSHA requires that a protective guardrail be installed. For shorter drops, visual barriers such as chains or plastic webbing are acceptable. When making your way around the dock, don't jump onto or off of it to get there faster. Dock jumping is risky behavior that can often lead to knee injuries or a lot worse. When a truck or trailer is parked at a loading dock, special equipment is used to bridge the gap between the dock and the vehicle, as well as to even out any height difference between them. Dock plates and dock boards are portable units that can be installed as needed. Dock levelers are heavy-duty units that are built into the edge of the dock itself. It's important to watch your step around this equipment because it can create trip hazards. Dock plates and boards should rest securely in place, with at least 8 inches of overlap onto both the dock and the truck or trailer floor. Dock levelers should extend fully into the vehicle. The height difference between a loading dock and a trailer floor can sometimes result in these bridges sloping between the two surfaces. Operating materials handling equipment on too steep a slope can cause the equipment to get hung up or even spill the load. A slope as little as 7 degrees can create a problem. So if you think a bridge's grade might be too steep, consult your supervisor before driving any equipment across it. When you finish the loading or unloading process, dock plates and boards should be removed and stored out of the way for future use. Dock levelers should be retracted flush with the surface of the dock so no one trips over them. Different types of vehicles pull up at loading docks for loading and unloading. Vans, panel trucks, tractor trailers, even rail cars. For work to proceed safely, it's very important for all of them to be secured at the dock. When vehicles are not secured, they can be prone to a hazard known as trailer creep. Also called dock walk, trailer creep results from the loading and unloading activity inside the vehicle itself. For example, every time a forklift enters a trailer and puts on its brakes, the momentum gives the trailer a little push forward. This can cause a gap to open up between the trailer and the dock. Serious injuries, even fatalities, can result if dock workers or equipment fall into the gap. To help prevent trailer creep, drivers of vehicles that arrive at a dock are expected to turn off their engines and set the parking brakes. If a forklift or motorized pallet truck will be used in the unloading process, OSHA regulations also require the vehicle's wheels to be chocked as well. But it's important to remember that wheel chocks are not foolproof. Activity in the vehicle can still dislodge them. So whenever possible, trucks and trailers should be secured using a mechanical restraint system, which is usually built into the dock itself. These devices secure the vehicle by locking around its rear axle or bumper. A semi-trailer that has been dropped that is parked and left behind at a dock by its tractor, can pose a special type of hazard. If the trailer's landing legs are weak or damaged, the combination of the load's weight and activity inside the trailer can cause them to collapse. This can result in the trailer falling forward and sometimes to the side as well. Trailer tip-over is not only hazardous to anyone inside the trailer, but also opens up a hazardous gap at the rear that people and equipment could fall into. To prevent a tip-over, jack stands may need to be installed under the front end of a trailer to provide extra support while it's parked. Another type of problem can occur when a driver mistakenly pulls their vehicle away from a dock while loading or unloading is still going on. Known as an early departure, an incident like this can cause workers and machinery to fall off the back of the vehicle, resulting in serious injuries. Some facilities prevent early departure by holding onto a driver's keys until the loading or unloading of their vehicle is completed. Others place caution flags in front of the vehicle or use caution lights connected to the dock's restraint system to help prevent an early departure. Loading dock personnel can do their part to ensure no misunderstandings occur by taking the time to communicate clearly with drivers while their vehicles are at a dock. Securing railway cars is a specialized process. If you dock rail cars at your facility, ask your supervisor for more information about what procedures you should follow. Dock employees who drive forklifts and motorized pallet trucks will have received training in the OSHA regulations that apply to their equipment, as well as how to operate it safely and effectively. But on a busy and crowded loading dock, there can be additional considerations, as well as hazards to watch out for. Working safely with this equipment on a dock requires you to always stay alert, use caution, and follow safe operating procedures to the letter. You should drive the equipment slowly, at no faster than a walking pace. Watch out for pedestrians and give them the right of way. Remember that they may not be familiar with how forklifts and pallet trucks move. When you're operating in their vicinity, be mindful of how your vehicle swings when you change direction. Whether you are carrying a load or not, keep the forks low. Lower them fully if you stop to take a break. Working at such close quarters, it's critical for you to maintain control of the equipment. Rainwater, ice, and snow that accumulate on a loading dock can cause a forklift or pallet truck to skid. Hydraulic fluid, oil, or grease will have a similar effect, so pay close attention to the condition of the dock surface. If you encounter hazards like these, make sure they are cleaned up immediately. Most loading docks are about 4 feet above ground level. This vertical drop can create a serious falling hazard, both for materials handling equipment and its operators. To prevent problems, a few safe work practices need to be followed. Before driving across dock plates, dock boards, or dock levelers, you should check that they are rated to support the combined weight of the equipment and the load, are properly positioned with at least 8 inches of overlap on the vehicle and the dock, are not sloped at an unsafe angle, and are secure. Before you drive onto a truck or trailer, check that it's strong enough to support the weight of your equipment and its load. To do that, you'll need to check the vehicle's floor for damage or other weakness. This is also a good time to make sure there's enough light inside the vehicle for you to see clearly. If necessary, arrange for additional lighting. At this point, you can proceed with the process of loading and unloading. Drive straight across bridge plates, dock plates, and levelers at right angles. And remember to beep your horn when you enter and exit the vehicle. As we've seen, a busy loading dock can create a variety of hazards for the people who work there. But there are procedures you can follow to help prevent accidents and injuries. Let's review. Loading docks require people and materials handling equipment to work together at close quarters, so stay alert. Docks' elevated platforms can create serious fall hazards for both people and materials handling equipment. Keep dock surfaces clean and wear appropriate safety shoes to avoid slips, trips, and falls. Trucks and tractor trailers should always be shut down and secured when they are parked at a dock. Equipment drivers should be especially cautious when operating on a loading dock and in the vehicles that are parked there. Now that you understand the hazards that are associated with working on loading docks and the safe practices you can use to avoid them, you can help to make sure that you and your co-workers go home safe and injury-free at the end of every day.